Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie. This will be a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. If you are new to tarot, just know that not every Scorpio reading can resonate with you. It just doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. So if you feel like I'm wrong or this just isn't your reading, I'd like you to just disregard the reading and don't try to make it fit your life. I'm also going to pull cards like King, Queen, Emperor, and Empress, and you can just disregard the gender. Those cards describe a really specific personality and have nothing to do with the sex or gender of a person. So if I pull a Queen of Wands, I could be talking about a guy, you see? No gender. If you want to catch more readings, you can subscribe to the channel. It'll notify you whenever I post. Of course, I would be grateful. I also offer a membership. If you want to check out that, you can click the join button below the video. It'll show you everything I post over there on the membership tab. Okay. So we have fake flexing. And diamond heart. I am worthy. My life is valuable beyond measure. I invite blessings to flow into my day. My diamond heart is deserving of all good things. The main energy here is the star, Aquarius energy. We have the Three of Swords, the Strength card, and the Wheel of Fortune supporting it. Some Leo. Some more Leo and Aquarius, Scorpio and Taurus. And in the challenge position we have the King of Pentacles. This is an interesting thing, right? Whoever you were dealing with is a very materialistic person. They like to look a certain type of way. They like to drive a certain kind of car. You know, it's like, it's a front though. You know, like they will go into debt to make things look really good. You know, this is like, because this card is here, I wouldn't usually see the King of Pentacles that way. Now, if this is you, you know, then it's calling you out. It's saying, hey, why are we so materialistic here? You know? Because you're probably worthy. You don't need to front or flex like you have more than you do to be worthy or something. I don't think this is that though. I feel like, well, maybe for some of you, I feel like for most of you, there's a person in your life that you've separated with. And to me, it's like, they may have had some type of control over you, you know, like they may have tried to hold you into place financially or something like that. It didn't work. You broke free. And they could be out here telling this story that, you know, you were materialistic, that you were just gold digging or something like that. You know, I'm kind of getting like one of those situations. You get this all the fucking time. There's a lot of dudes that do this. You know, sometimes it's a chick too, but a lot of dudes upon a breakup will be like, oh, they used me for money, da, 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 da. And what they're really saying is, I offered nothing in this relationship but money. I have nothing else to offer a person. I have no heart. I have no emotions. You know, I can't do loyalty. I can't do commitment. You know, all I can do is pay some bills. That's, you know, and I feel like, you know, this person has a story like, you're a piece of shit. after they handled what they should have been responsible for or something like this, but the idea is to make you feel unworthy of them, or like you're below them in some type of way. You needed them, you used them, and it's all to make you feel some type of way. So a lot of you are in this healing process from this person, but you get to just see how you're constantly being smited online, or, they're gossiping to other people and word is getting back to you. It really is kind of getting something like that, where somebody doesn't even have it the way that they try to. I had this type of relationship once, right? Like I dated somebody who literally had nothing. They had nothing. And when I left, they tried to tell everybody that I used them for money. And of course, it pissed me off, but everybody else was just laughing at them like, what money, bro? What? And it's just kind of one of those things. So I feel like, your reputation isn't really on the line or anything. It just fucked up that, whatever this person did, and it seems like not putting anything emotionally in was enough to make you finally break and separate. And now there's this story about who you are versus who you really were to this person, which I think was loyal, dedicated, and committed to a person. And they can't take a loss. That's what's happening here. So why is the King of Pentacles the challenge? And for some of you, you may actually have had to overcome some financial issues because of this, Sun in the reverse, Leo energy, the Three of Cups, the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, the Ace of Cups. Well, this person's unhappy and they're trying to return. They still don't, it's like, and I think it's in this time where you're really not like emotionally secure. Like some of you have been in cycles with this shit. Every time you leave a person, they got a story about why you're leaving, and then it's like they'll go talk crazy about you to everybody and then beg you to come back. That's what I get here. It could also be like fucking with somebody else and they're just not happy there. Like they don't actually like have feelings for that person. There could be like a new person in their life. They're not actually happy with this person, so now they're coming back around to you. I don't know who this person is, but they're messy. The interesting thing, though, is like for those of you where they did involve another person, they're trying to come around and talk to you because you know about this person and make it so the other person never finds out. Like they don't want the other person to know. I don't know who this person is, but what the hell? I'm getting big Aquarius energy, though. There's a lot of Aquarius and a lot of Leo out here. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you, though, because, again, this is what we do on this channel. We take accountability. The main problem here is you saying, you feeling unworthy. This person can, like, say things to you and you will fall apart and become quite insecure. Because it looks like here you decided that because they said you're unworthy that you really are. That you should be making more, you should be doing more. It's... I don't know. I'm getting like what you're not picking up with the situation is that those of us in psychology would probably call this discarding, right? When someone decides, you don't have enough for me right now. You're not really doing what I want, or, oh, you left and it's because, you were using me for money or something. So I'm just going to go fuck with this person. And, not a pattern I would get into the first time that I leave somebody and they decide to even gossip about me at all. Like we're done. That's it. We're done. Some of you got to break free of the cycle. This person, there's not going to be any change. There's not going to be any change here. And you know that Because whoever I'm talking to, y'all been here more than once with this person. Right? So we're going to talk about this pattern, right? Y'all break up. There's a smear campaign. There's a full discard where now you don't matter. And then there's competition put into it, right? Then someone else comes in the mix. Do you understand the type of personality we're talking about here? Now, I can't talk bad about those people, but I can say they might make somebody else insecure or crazy. And that's kind of what looks like the pattern here. What's the advice in a situation? Guys, just know when I give advice, it's just advice. You don't have to take it. I'm not telling anybody what to do, and I'm never lecturing anyone. It's a tarot reading. I'm supposed to give advice. If a reader's not giving you advice, it's because they probably shouldn't be advising. I feel like this is the whole point of tarot, but okay. Okay, and the advice we have the King of Cups, the High Priestess in the reverse. Get the truth. For some of you, that's all that you really need. After somebody went out here and said some horrible things about you or something, let them come back to you and beg for you. Let them do that. I would not take this person back, but I would let my ego come back when somebody who made me feel like I wasn't shit comes back and starts literally kissing my ass. You not getting back in, but I'll let you kiss my ass so that I can see for myself that you just a lying ass bitch who just can't handle rejection and talks a bunch of shit and nothing that you said is the truth, or you wouldn't fucking be here kissing my ass. And that's kind of the situation here. But I would not just let a person back in your life, especially if they involved someone else or created some story about you. I really, I'm kind of getting like, somebody started just saying somebody else was like using them for money and like just hopped right in the bed with somebody else. And now that's the story about that person too. They could be coming around to you like, oh, this person was taking all my money. They could be showing up acting like the other person acted like they had more than they do or something. I don't know. Either way, like this is somebody who's just a mess, and it's not, they're always looking for the next shiny thing and what they can gain from or benefit from someone instead of just doing some shit for themselves here. So be careful with this. I don't like the energy at all. I'll see you soon.